All right. What is patience?
Patience is time and understanding, and just being mindful of how to wait, and yeah.
Okay. Do you think patience is important in relationships?
I think patience is really important for relationships because both sides may not agree on everything, so you have to have patience to work it out and become a better boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife.
Okay. Now, what's the is there any kind of negative outcomes that you can think of would happen if you're not patient?
I guess in a relationship, without being patient, you guys might argue or come to disagreements and want to split ways, but if you have patience to work it out, then anything is possible.
All right, what is patience?
It's when you just wait for what's yours, or when you're in line, you just,
I'm gonna have to pick this up.
it's just like waiting.
Waiting? Okay. Now, do you think patience is important in relationships?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, how so?
It's important because hard to explain. I don't know how to explain. It's important.
All right. It's important. What would be the consequences if you weren't patient in relationships?
When you aren't patient, you just get short-tempered and angry at each other, and that's not good. It's fighting a lot.
So, what is patience?
Patience to me is just knowing how to wait for things without getting discontent, and also if you're in a situation and you don't know what the end result is going to be, just learning how to be okay with that.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it's important to have patience in relationships?
Definitely. I think in all sorts of relationships, you're dealing with people who have differences, and I think it takes patience to kind of get the relationship where you want it to be, and also to deal with those differences, it takes patience.
What would be the downside of not being patient in relationships?
I think it can hurt your communication with the other person, and I think it can also just hurt your interaction.
Okay. Now,
be a cause of fights.
Okay. So would you say is patience something that comes easy for you, or?
I think patience is something you have to constantly be working at.
Working on. What are some things that have helped you to be more patient, or things that you do to be like, okay, I need to be patient, and this is something that.
I don't know. I always just tell myself, being impatient doesn't ever help anything. It doesn't hurry the process along, and I think that reminding yourself that the end result is worth it kind of helps as well.
All right, what is patience?
To me, patience is like waiting for something to happen and not either stressing over it or not being anxious over it, but just being calm and knowing that it will happen eventually.
Okay. Now, do you think it's important to have patience in relationships?
Absolutely. A lot of times, if you're in a hurry, you try to force things, and if it happens too quickly, it doesn't always happen the right way or well. And so, having patience in a relationship is definitely worthwhile.
Okay. Now, what are some consequences that could occur if you didn't have patience in relationships?
Things would happen too fast. People wouldn't be ready for things. It could go downhill easily. A lot more than if you waited or tried to force something.
Okay.
Someone wasn't ready.
Okay. Cool. Do you have any examples of people you know that have patience that they haven't used patience and the bad outcomes or good outcomes?
Well, my roommate and I the other day were waiting at a stop sign, and the person in front of us just kept waiting, letting cars go, and she was getting so impatient that she just wanted to go around them. And I was like, no, you don't want to, because if you don't wait, obviously you can get hit, and the car in front of us finally did go, and they actually did get hit because they went in front of a car. So I was like, see, that's why we wait. So it's just waiting is a lot of times better, even though you don't always want to.
All right,
and
cool.
thankfully we didn't die.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. That's good.